understand it. It's Jimmy Whitey.
Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to All About Women. Let's talk. Good afternoon, guys. I hope that you all are enjoying yourself and you're having a great and a wonderful time. Today is another day. Mostly that we're in October, in autumn, and we're kind of still enjoying the remaining of the weather. Although it kind of does get cold, and it kind of get cold, mostly at night and during the early hours of the morning. But hey, what can we do? There's not really much that we can do but to kind of just go with the flow, really. Anyway, before we get into the topic of today, many of you may or may not know me. So it's your girl Adez. Today we will be talking about the power of fashion. But guys, before we start, I just wanted to kind of share with you just a little story. This morning around 6 a.m. in the morning, it was not kind of really easy for me to actually get here, because it was so stressful. It was so cold, and mostly the fact that I kind of had that I actually flew in from Turkey, and I actually had a little event there, and it was actually really enjoyable. I actually really liked it. The food there was so great. It was so lovely, and I just actually wished that I stayed another day. I stayed there for about 7 days. But unfortunately, I had to come back to London. But coming back to London, it was another ball game entirely. Because obviously coming back to London, going through the process of the checks, like the normal checks that they have to do to make sure that everyone is safe and secure. So it was so stressful, but lucky enough they didn't find anything on me. In fact, I'm the kind of person that whenever I travel, I just travel straight with my clothes, and make sure that nothing that will kind of put me or put anyone into trouble, because obviously we know the rules and the regulations of the UK here. But in all irony, at least I managed to kind of conquer and able to get down to London, get down to the studio here. Although all those lapses and everything that I went through, but I am actually so happy that I eventually managed to kind of get my way, and able to come into the studio. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. So we are talking about the power of fashion. So as we start, right. So the power of fashion, it lies It lies in the ability to be able. So in the ability. Actually, it lies in the ability to be a tool for social media, politics, and personal expression. Fashion is about who we are. It's about how we kind of portray ourselves. It's about how we look, how people perceive us. It's kind of it's kind of like our identity. Fashion is about our identity. So it doesn't kind of matter how the person dresses, because everybody, both man and woman, both boy and girl, and young children, they all have their fashion, their own style of dressing, their own way of dressing. Just like me, I just like to dress simple. I like to dress simple, just like I am. I just felt like just wearing something very, very simple. I'm not the kind of person that is that's kind of so elegant and so overdressed. I don't really I don't dress for people. The only time I kind of see myself dress is for important events, like like a seminar, or or if I'm invited to a wedding or a birthday party. Those are the only times that I will kind of dress to kind of show my appearances. But fashion in itself, it's about who you are. It's about your identity. It's about how you want the world to perceive you. So so it influences how others perceive us and how we see ourselves, affecting our confidence and social interactions. Additionally, fashion serves as a reflection of society, a way to signal group identity or individuality, and a vehicle for a political or cultural change. It's about fashion is also about your expression. It's about your expression. It's about, are you smiling all the time? Because fashion is as in smiling all the time, being happy all the time is part of the fashion. Yeah, it's part of the fashion, and people will actually they'll kind of find it hard to like guess your age. They kind of find it hard to guess your age. Just like me, even just like me, that when that I've actually shopped in. Guys, I'll actually tell you something. Well, I know that you may or may not laugh, but so on one fateful day, because normally I always go to Poundland, the Poundland store to buy things, because that's actually one of the cheapest places where you can actually shop, and it's not actually every single thing there that is £1. No, it's not everything that is £1. Mainly toiletry, like toiletry, toothpaste, those kind. Majority of the items there are £1, but not everything there. Not everything there is £1. So one fateful day actually, I was doing my shopping. I was doing my shopping as normal, and they have the counter and they have the self checkout. I normally use the self checkout whenever I am in a hurry, instead of to avoid actually having to queue up at the counter. So I always use the self checkout and pay for my items and then go. So that fateful day, the self checkout machine. There was a drink. There was actually a drink that I was trying to buy, and the machine the machine signaled, and the machine signaled, and it was actually saying that a member of the staff will come and will come and assist me. So one of the member of staff actually asked me my age. So I asked the guy. I asked the guy, the staff, that tell me that I asked him to tell me how old he thinks I am. He said to me that I look under 25. I was laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I said to him that if you actually look at me very, very well, if you actually look at me very, very well, you'll notice that I actually have grey strands in my hair. So he looked, and he actually realized that I'm actually older than what the self-checkout machine thought that I was. So he kind of, I said to him to guess how old you think I am. So he said to me 28. I said no. I said to him no, that I wish that I was 28, but unfortunately I've actually gone way over 28. That I said to him that I'm in my 30s. I said to him I'm in my 30s. So he was trying to guess. I said, look, listen. Do you know that I am almost kind of clocking 40. He said no. He said no, that it is actually, that is hard, that no, that I don't look it, that I look so young. In fact, he was asking me what do I use on my skin. I said to him that is God's doing, that is God's doing, that's keeping me looking young. But guys, to kind of cut the long story short, the irony of what I'm saying is that fashion is about our expression. It's about our expression, our identity of who we are and how people perceive us. And if you kind of see yourself doing shopping, and the self-checkout machine that you always use to shop thinks that you're under 25, you know deep within yourself that you are way over 25, and that's actually part of the reason why that's part of the reason why I have to carry my provisional license. So from that experience, I have to carry my provisional license with me everywhere I go, just in case I get embarrassed and to be asked such a question again. So every time I carry my provisional with me, to be on the safe side. So it's also about your confidence. Wearing certain clothes can boost your confidence and feeling of being prepared. A phenomenon sometimes called enclosed coordination. Fashion is about your appearance. It's about about our identity, about who we are, how we perceive ourselves, and it's all about finding your identity in what you wear. Anywhere you go, whether work, whether if it's a social gathering, whether if it's a social gathering, whether if it's a social gathering or just a normal event. But it's about finding that identity. It's about finding who you are, where you fit in, and it's also about expressing it to other people. Yeah, it is. That is what it's about. So fashion also reflects. It also not only is it about finding your identity, but if you're the kind of person that uses social media all the time on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, you always want to wear you always want to kind of wear the latest fashion trends. You always want comments. You always want people to notice you. That's how it is. That's how it is sometimes. So it is really about finding yourself. It's about finding yourself in the midst of the world, in the midst of people you know. It's just generally finding yourself, and that's what we stand for. Is what we stand for as human beings, and we have to kind of have to learn to blend. We have to kind of learn to blend in with people as well. We're blending with people as well, get ideas from them too, and to kind of to actually kind of blend in with them, share your ideas, and kind of actually figure out whether if it's something that you want to try, because not everyone kind of likes what you wear. Some people will like it, some won't. It depends. It really, really depends. But it is all about identifying who you are. That is what we stand for as. That's what we stand for as women, and as women and young girls. So guys, I hope that this has really helped as many of you to kind of understand. So guys, I'm actually going to be going on TikTok live now to kind of continue on this topic. So guys, do meet me on TikTok live, and we will surely continue from there. And feel free to comment. Feel free to comment. Feel free to actually share this video. So thank you all, and I'll see you all on TikTok live right now. So once again, it's your girl Adez. See you all on TikTok live now. Bye for now.